clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out. .25-yard line.
All right, let's get it. Quick. Ready.
They'll leave it with him. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Makes the catch. It's Daniels. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. It's a seam wide open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Finds his man. It's Jackson. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Hand off from the shotgun. At midfield, he's got room. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burns. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Got it in the middle. It's Hardy. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
To the air. It's Horn. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, and try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Using his legs, it's Hardy. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. The screen, and watch out. Inside the 25. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Finds his man. It's Hardy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. Inside the 50. He's at the 30. The tag. Touchdown, Gator. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on fourth down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, back the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. First play of this drive comes from the 27. QB draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Back to pass, it's Horn. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. Got it near midfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking for room. It's Daniels. Ernie on the Jets. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Wilson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where
fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
Fair catch, called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Horn. Shoots it to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense, and this game very easily could come down to which team has.
Last. These specialists and these return specialists, they got speed for days. The defense, you better hang on to the football. I know you want to make big plays, those splash plays that can change games, but you better secure the football first.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Pulls and fires complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now on second down. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Gators come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He wants to change this route. From the gun on third down. Fires toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Working the middle, it's complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. To the air on first down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Past the 40. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Tigers getting set on first and 10. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Horn. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
That's caught. It's Johnson. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Lagway. It's complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Makes the grab. Going to the stiff arm to create a little breathing room as he gets it out to the 12.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It's caught. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking left. He makes a catch. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Lagway. Sends it downfield. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Complete to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he's got it! Touchdown, Gator!
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner goes down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Looking for space. It's Daniels. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Gators come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from Pater. And the Gators trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida!
You know, it's tough to start of the year, you got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they're feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Indiana is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Bloomington. They're up by 24 over Kennesaw State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Creates a little room. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to...
Going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Horn. Firing to the right, complete. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The quick out. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into games because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
The Gators need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Back to throw, it's Horn. Quick completion on the out route. Turning it on. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He's moving out of the pocket. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
On fourth down, going to the air. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Missouri! Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Might be changing the route. And back to the air on second down. With the catch, it's Daniels. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
On the move, it's ball.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
gets set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Get set.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Florida, 35. Missouri, 21.
And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Double. White 50.
Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Got the back over the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Gators in the hurry-up. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it. He's loose. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped well short of the 1st down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half, and they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Cincinnati is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the Queen City for some time.
Back to throw. It's Horn. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Makes the grab outside. It's Hardy. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Coleman. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the...
Looking for the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Let's go. Break. Single. Blue, you found it.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Pulls it in, it's Wilson. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast, down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple of more times.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game possible